Hello, good people. I am one of the representatives in the operations department, and I will be going through this slide with you. So hang on and we're going to go. Okay, so the operations department, what we talk about, what we take care of, and what we deal with. We deal with the GTCC, which is your government travel card, NROWS, anything related to NROWS, DTS, and anything related to DTS. So the travel process in a snapshot. NROWS is where the orders are created for you to travel. DTS, your auto in DTS is where you make all your reservations to travel. DTS, your voucher in DTS, that's where you pretty much get paid for your travel. So step one in this whole process, you need a GTCC. This is just a quick little picture to help you visualize what you need. So like I said, you need your GTCC because you need to update that in your NROWS and DTS. If you don't have it in DTS, you cannot do your ortho or your voucher. Government travel card. Okay, so this card is a requirement for all CELRES. To get this card, you need to fill out an application. You need to complete the required training, and this training is annual every year. And you need to apply online. They just changed the process to where you have to start the process to obtain a GTCC. All the information will come later, you'll see. Just a quick red line. As you can see, abuse of this card can result in administrative actions. I cannot stress that enough. I've seen it happen, just forewarning. Continuing on. So this card is used for your airlines, hotel, rental car, anything pertaining to your rental car. Like it says, gas, parking ticket, not parking tickets, but like if you have to park your car at the hotel or anything like that. It's highly recommended that you don't really use it for your food because you'll get per diem anyway. It is not authorized for anything alcohol related. It is not, you could possibly get declined if you try to use this card out in town at any type of bar, pub, grill, little hole in the wall, whatever, anything alcohol related. And pretty much anything else not mentioned in the authorized usage list. Again, we got to stress this and point this out because we have seen it happen before. Unnecessary use of this card. You are not allowed to use this card if you are not on travel. And we take restrictions to that in our own hands. So these links should be able to work for you. They worked in a test run. If they don't, you'll see in the end again where to find these same applications and guides and everything. So quick GTCC note, if you already have a GTCC, you are still required to fill out an application and complete the training. We need this for our records and for inspection purposes. And when submitting, because everything is virtual now, if you have to create an application and fill it out online and send it to us, just make sure in the email that you send it to us, just make sure you note that you already have one, so we don't so we're pretty much not looking for another account, or you don't have to create another account, long story short. Okay, so here's the link up with the GTCC. Like I mentioned before, when you create your orders in NROWS, right, it'll ask you if the sailor has a government travel charge card, yes or no. If you do, and we find out that you don't, your orders are going to be kicked back. If you say you don't, and you still submit your orders anyway, your orders will come back to you. You need a travel card. It's not optional. Definitely wait until you get your travel card in hand before submitting any type of orders, because you don't want to submit your orders and then have to cancel or pull back, and because there's a long process. to all of this. So just wait until you get your government travel card and then submit any applications and requests and everything like that afterwards. It says immediately after you submit your orders in NROWS, create your DTS account. That is a must. You need a DTS account as well. You cannot travel without a government travel card or a DTS account or orders. You will run into issues. Again, this is one of those things we stress. You will run into issues. If you submit your orders in NROWS and you don't have a DTS account and your orders get approved in NROWS, you're going to have to but the service member and a bunch of other people are going to have to recreate orders for you to travel. Long story short. And that process is not quick. All right, step 2, creating orders in NROWS. So here's the link to go to use to get to NROWS. From there, you will use your account. You should already have an NROWS account created. So that shouldn't be an issue. If you are unsure what to do or how to do it when you get to NROWS, or how to create your orders or anything like that when you get to NROWS, this is just a quick 1, 2, 3 on where to go, and that takes you directly to the user guides. Please ensure you use your chain of command first. There's over 400 of you, and there's only 4 of us in the ops department. So please use your chain of command before you come to us with any issues or problems you may run into with with NROWS or DTS as a matter of fact. As with that, when you're creating your profile, or when you're going through your profile, make sure your TSA information is up to date. Make sure your passport information is up to date. Make sure your GTCC information is up to date. Again, like I said, if you say that you have one and you don't have one, it's going to get kicked back. If you say that you do have one and we find out that you don't, it's going to get kicked back. So this is just to avoid all delays. Okay, step 3, create DTS account. To create your DTS account, please go to the link. This link will show you, this is the main page of DTS. Very simply, it says create DTS account. At the bottom of that page, you'll see different links and icons you can use. But you need to, after you create your DTS account, you have to email PS1 Gardinez at this email listed below, directing this email specifically to PS1 Gardinez at this email below to let her know that you created your account. You're on a time restraint from this point. You have 48 hours. If you do not let her know within 48 hours, you will have to do this process over. This process is very specific. So when you're creating it, you need to make sure that you're looking at all the fine details. Next to your social on any part of this application, you need to put an R behind it, because that says to the system that you're a reservist. If you do not put an R behind your social security number, you will create an active duty account. You can't have an active duty account unless you're active duty. Being that you would have to do your process over. Like I said, you need to create a reservist account. This link also, this attachment here, also should work. But again, like I said, if it doesn't work, links to all of these PDFs, instructions, notices, all of this is in the end. Okay, step 3, DTS adventures. All right. Note that after your orders are funded in NROWS, the shell will populate automatically in DTS within hours. So there's no need to reach out to us and say that you submitted your orders and when should you go into DTS. It's up to you when you want to, how frequently you check DTS. We definitely recommend checking periodically, because like I said, it does generate itself. Your orders will generate themselves in DTS. When your orders are generated, you will make all reservations for your trip in the authorization. This is, like I said, the reservation part of your travel. This little picture here, this little diagram here is just a flow chart to show you the steps, the simple steps, the quick and easy way, so that you don't have to pretty much keep calling us or emailing us, and you already know where your things are. Also, to check this process, where your orders are or where your authorization is in the routing process, you can check yourself if you go into your DTS account. Further details and guidance on that, if you like, feel free to email me, or again, follow the links and everything in the end. All right, moving forward, this is the voucher portion of DTS. So when you get back from your trip, there is no need to create a new voucher or create anything extra. This voucher will automatically be populated just as easily as your trip, your authorization was. So you don't need to do anything extra. So you're just going to go into your voucher and you're going to upload all the receipts. Please do everything these arrows are telling you to do. As far as uploading all your receipts, uploading your official itinerary, uploading all the pages of your endorsed orders. These are all things that we need to process your voucher, your travel claim. We need all of these things. If they're not in there, they will be returned. Your voucher will be returned. Keep in mind that a voucher is due 5 days after your return from travel. You have 5 days to submit this. If you do not submit it within 5 days, you automatically pop up on a DINK list. And from there, emails will be sent, and so on and so on. If an error is found in your authorization or in your voucher, the ROs have the ability to leave a comment, directives, anything necessary to help you fix the issue in DTS. So you'll get an email from DTS with our exact verbiage of what we said and what you need to do or what you should do to correct the issue, and you can go in, fix it, and then send it back. All right, wrapping things up. This is the end. So like I mentioned earlier, all applications, directions, and guides can be found using the links below. So you have the Navy Reserve homepage. This page is very, very useful because, as you can see, you can get to DTS, NROWS, the Reserve HOMEPORT page, which is where the NAS Sacramento HOMEPORT page is. And from there, you can access every department and any information you may need, you can get from the NAS Sacramento HOMEPORT page. But this link specifically is for the travel page because this is operations department. And like I said earlier as well, you can get the GTCC application, DTS self-registration packet, NROWS user guide, which is literally a step-by-step, like very simplified version of how to create your orders in NROWS. There's how-to videos from YouTube on how to create your auto and a voucher, and so many more things. So if you are having issues with any of this, feel free to send us an email using the distro email preferably, because that gets out to every last one of us, all 4 of us. So like I said, there's only 4 of us, so directing one email to one person and they're not here delays the process for everything. So again, have a nice day.